Now a message from Mr. Stanley Katzman, principal of Rocco-Laurie Intermediate School.
Good evening and welcome. Tomorrow, as all of you know, students of the Rocco-Laurie Intermediate School will be voting for a new GO president. My secretary, whom all of you know, Mrs. McGinty, is typing the ballot forms as I speak. Elections come only once a year, and the democratic process only works if you, the voters, make it work. By now you know the issues, and in the next hour you'll get one last look at the candidates. So tomorrow, when your homeroom teacher hands out the ballots, you'll be able to make the right choice. Thank you.
Let me tell you about this program tonight. We have a fine show, and also tonight you're going to witness democracy in action. We have exclusive coverage of the Rocco-Laurie Intermediate School 8th grade presidential elections. Here. No other news service in the free world is covering this event. It's us and nobody else tonight. In addition to this, from the police, Sting is here tonight. And a good friend of ours, a talented comedian who is presently appearing right here in New York City, Mr. Jay Leno, will be joining us also. And of course, the man you know you love, you can't live without, Mr. Paul Schaefer in the band here tonight.
Oh, hey, thank you. Good evening. Yeah, good evening, all you kids. David Letterman, I love you too. I really do.
Thank you, Paul. Well, as you all know, November is the traditional election month, and while most of the important races are over, the really big race won't be decided until Friday. Now, you're probably all sick of hearing about it, but we at Late Night thought it was important to review the issues one last time in the interest of making an informed decision. Of course, we will be distributing ballots to the studio audience at the end of our program tonight, but before we meet the candidates, let's review the rules of the election for the student government, or GO, as it is called.
And now, with the election rules, 7th grade vice presidential candidate Cheryl Miller.
Okay, first of all, you have to be a member of the GO, and you have to have an 80 average and no less than a B in conduct or effort. Then you have to get a petition from the GO advisor, and you have to have 100 signatures from the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students that will vote for you. Then you get then you have to have the recommendation signatures of 4 teachers and the assistant principal for your grade. Then we have our campaign week. After campaign week, on November 10th, everybody will give a speech in front of the students why the students should vote for them. 2 days later, on November 12th, all the students receive a ballot who are part of the GO and who aren't, and they will decide who they're going to vote for, and then it's tallied up at the end.
Thank you. That was Cheryl Miller from the 7th grade explaining the rules for the GO president election. And now let's briefly meet the candidates that we will be voting here in the studio, so pay close attention. Now, we'll begin with Sandy Singer. Hi, Sandy. How are you?
Hi, my name is Sandy Singer, and I am running for GO president.
Hi, my name is Elon Grossman, and I am also running for GO president.
Hi, my name is Adrian Ballerino, and I am also running for GO president.
My name is Lance Rose, and I'm running for GO president.
My name is Jonathan Marks. I'm also running for GO president.
Okay, these are the candidates. And the office, obviously, is GO president. After 2 weeks of campaigning, how does the race look to you, Sandy?
Well, it's tough competition, but we'll have the outlook on Friday.
Okay. And Adrian, how about yourself?
Well, I think it's also tough competition, but I think I'll win.
Pretty confident, are you, at this point? Now, if elected, which extracurricular activity will you try the hardest to implement, Lance?
Well, right now we have a Dungeons and Dragons set up, and we'd like to get more of those.
activities set up.
Pretty much do away with the school stuff and get more of the games in. Yeah. Jonathan, how about yourself?
I have the same opinion. More games, definitely. Dungeons and Dragons, chess, anything, checkers.
I'm sure the folks are happy to hear this at home. Now, Elan, what are your plans for the after the elections are over?
Well, if I'm elected, whatever, I'll take suggestions from the students themselves. If I'm not, I'll go to sleep.
May go to sleep. Not a bad idea. Okay, it's a delight having you folks here. And during the show, we're going to take a look at your campaign speeches that you made at school during the course of the campaign season earlier. We'll be right back with Jay Leno. But first, we're going to take a look at the first of these. This will be, I believe this is Lance first? Okay.
My name is Lance Rosen, and I'm running for president of the GO of IS-72 in Staten Island. My goal as president is to plan more school-wide activities, such as dances, trips, shows, and other exciting functions throughout the school year. As president, I will also make sure that the GO store will be open at least 3 days a week during lunchroom hours so that all students will be able to take advantage of our discounts. I will also make sure that the GO office is run smoothly and will take care of any problems that may arise. In the past 2 years, I have been involved in different activities which has prepared me to handle the responsibilities of GO president. With your support, I feel certain that we could have a successful GO. Thank you.
You want to introduce your campaign manager to us now?
Yeah, my brother's my campaign manager.
Okay, what is his name?
Ross.
Ross? Ross, how is the campaign shaping up for you as the manager now?
Well, it's pretty good. We're making lots of different posters and everything, hanging up in front of the school.
Do you guys have a slogan for Lance? Like, what would be one that you thought of?
Lance Rosen, that's the man. He can't do it. Nobody can.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sandy Singer, and I am running for GO President. GO stands for Student Government Organization. The Student Government Organization is a group which helps to plan school-wide activities. 2 years ago, I ran for GO office, and I was elected Vice President. Unfortunately, I never was able to serve. I am loyal to the school and promise to do everything I can to have a successful GO year. Dances, trips, shows, and additional exciting activities will be planned. A GO is important since it gives the students a political outlook on life. Remember, vote for Sandy Singer, GO President. Thank you.
Sandy, you mentioned that you had been elected as vice president once before, but were unable to serve. What was that?
Well, the GO folded, and there was no faculty advisor.
Lance mentioned that he wanted to keep the GO store open 3 days a week. Is that anything that you're interested in doing?
Well, the last I heard, the GO store was taken over by the PTA. That's why I didn't state anything about it in my speech.
Yeah. Tell me about your campaign strategy.
You've seen me, you've heard me, now vote for me. Sandy Singer, GO President.
Hi there and hello. We're right in the middle of the Rocco-Laurie Intermediate School 8th grade presidential election coverage, and also from the police, Sting is here tonight, and my first guest of the evening. We'll be back after the following political message.
My name is Jonathan Marks, and I'd like to be elected your 8th grade GO president. Do you want great activities, great discounts, and a fun senior year overall? Then vote for me, because I will try my hardest to give you all of these. Vote for Jonathan Marks. You won't regret it. I will make the GO work for you. Thank you.
What activities are you talking about? You said that the students want more activities. What kind of things?
Assembly, shows, dances.
Do you remember a really bad assembly? One where everybody kind of dozed off?
Yes.
Yeah, what was that?
We had it just 1 or 2 days ago. It was this movie, some kind of movie about senior citizens and kids getting together and singing the chorus.
Jonathan, are you going to have a slogan for your campaign that we'll see around the school?
Yes. Vote for Jonathan Marks. You won't regret it.
Who am I, and why should you vote for me? Hello, my name is Adrian Ballerino, and I'm running for president of GO. I am a member star of Our Star of Traveling Bands and am currently tutoring first grade students at Pier 60. I'm running because I care about my fellow students and my school. I want the school to have a more relaxed atmosphere in which kids can feel that the school has some break in daily routine. I also want to get underway more after-school programs besides the 2 or 3 that we already have. I'm looking forward to November 12th and hope you'll vote for me. Thank you.
Adrian, what do you think makes you different from the other candidates running for president?
Well, like I said before, I really care about the school. And I just want good things for the kids. And I want them to have fun, as long as getting an education, because that's important also.
Mm-hmm. If somebody would vote for you, is that considered to be a vote for or against Reaganomics?
I don't think that has anything, Reaganomics has anything to do with the school.
Adrian, what is your campaign slogan?
Probably that to vote for me, because I'll get the job done.
Hi there, and welcome back to Jay Leno, of course. Sting is here tomorrow night. We'll pause here for a commercial, and we'll be right back after this political message.
If you do not already know my name, it is Elon Grossman, and I'm running for the office of General Organization President. As GEO advisor, the board proposed many movies, trips, and other activities. As president, I could reinforce these activities and do much more for you. I'm open to all suggestions on what the student body would like to do, and I have a fixed plan by teachers. I would oversee that any good suggestions are carried out and would take the time to examine them all. After listening to my proposals and plans, I ask you to consider and support me.
You mentioned that you're open to all ideas and just not really interested in sticking to a fixed plan by the teachers. Is that possible? That sounds like anarchy almost.
Nothing too eccentric, but of course I'd talk to the teachers about it, and if they thought it was all right, then I'd do it.
Now, you're the oldest candidate, is that correct?
I don't know.
How old are you now?
I'm 13 and 9 months.
Yep, you're the oldest. Now, you see this as being an advantage or a disadvantage?
It's not advantage or a disadvantage. It's just my age.
Do you have given any thought to a campaign slogan for yourself?
It's the regular slogan, like vote for me.
Obviously, we can't hope to recap everything that has transpired during these past weeks of heavy campaigning, but here now are a few of the issues and events that highlighted this year's campaign. Watch closely.
First, we talked to Lance about one of the hottest rivalries of this election year.
Me and Jonathan.
And you guys are rivals politically?
Yeah.
And, does this go back a long ways?
No.
Is this something you invented for the campaign?
Yeah. We could both do the same thing, but I'm more aggressive.
I think I'm a harder worker. Lance said before that I'm not more aggressive, but he's only known me for a few months, so I don't think he knows.
I have tough competitors.
Yeah? Who's your toughest competitor of the group?
Sandy.
And do you feel that your support is going to be widespread, or do you have a certain group of the student body that's behind you?
I think it's widespread.
My campaign is mostly aimed at the 8th grade, even though the other 2 grades vote also.
I try to get everybody, especially the 6th graders, I hope to impress them.
Of course, there are the charges that this year's election is really just a popularity contest.
I don't really think it's a popularity contest.
How do you see Lance's image among the students here?
Well, he's popular. He should be able to win.
But the big difference between candidates seems to be their choices for extracurricular activities.
Dances, trips, shows, and additional exciting activities will be planned.
Assembly, shows, dances, some kind of games.
Dances, trips, shows, and other exciting functions.
Trips to see some Broadway shows, maybe some museums, not boring ones.
We're trying to get E.T.
The talent shows.
Assemblies, as Sandy mentioned, talent shows, dances.
Well, there you have it. A look at some of the biggest campaign stories this election eve, and a member of the school press sums it up.
Hi, I'm Greg Silverstein. For the school newspaper, I'm a reporter. 2 weeks ago, another kid and we did an ice cream review. We went to 4 different ice cream stores, and then we wrote about it in the school newspaper. The other kid I did it, his name's Dean Sally. His aunt is a writer for the Advance, so she covered it and put it in the Advance also, as well as our school newspaper.
Who are you going to vote for?
Cuomo.
So here now with some insights on the campaign is a man who has seen certainly seen a lot of elections, NBC's Edwin Newman. Ed, what is your reaction to?
Well, David, for those of us who have been following the campaign all season, there were certainly no surprises in the speeches we heard tonight. I must say, however, that all the candidates did look well rested after a strenuous week of shaking hands on the playground and who knows how many rubber chicken campaign lunches in the cafeteria. Now, let's take a look at these graphics from the NBC Elections Unit. As you can see, the candidates all agree on what were the 2 major issues of this campaign, fun and dances. And there does seem to be a consensus around school that dances are indeed a good thing. Now, some other notes on the race. Sandy Singer, as we know, ran once before in a GO election. I think her experience campaigning may have an impact on the vote on Friday. Also, as you pointed out, David, Elon is the oldest candidate running. He's 13 years and 9 months old. That may have an effect on how the voters perceive him, although Elon claims that age is not a factor. Finally, I feel that the general mood of the campaign to date has been serious. The candidates are saying, let's have some fun, but there is an underlying message. Fun and dances are a serious matter. Fun is not to be taken lightly.
So, Ed, in other words, they're saying that, all right, we know we're in the 8th grade and we know we have a lot of responsibility, but by the same token, let's have some fun also. It's interesting, Ed. Any chance of projecting a winner at this point?
David, we prefer to hold off on that. You will remember at the last GO election, all the networks projected the results of that election based on exit polling before the close of the homeroom period, and that kept a lot of 6th and 7th graders from voting.
Thank you very much, Ed. I know you're planning to stay up until we have a definite winner, but by the looks of things now, I don't think that that will be for quite a while. So good luck to you and drink lots of coffee. Thank you very much, Ed. Edwin Newman, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Sting. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I want to thank all of the candidates running for GO president from Rocco-Laurie Intermediate School, number 72. Sandy, very nice meeting you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Elon, nice meeting you, sir, and good luck with that nap, was it, if you lose? Well, I hope you win, sir. Adrian, nice meeting you. Good luck to you also. And Lance, same to you, sir. And Jonathan, pleasure meeting you. Thank you very much. Now, we're going to pass out the ballots here in our studio audience for the NBC straw poll. I would like to thank Mr. Jay Leno and, of course, Sting, and my thanks to Ed Newman, Paul Schaefer in the band, and Bill Wendell. Tomorrow night, Merv Griffin and Captain Beefheart. Good night, folks. You know, when was it? Last Wednesday, we covered the Rocco-Laurie Intermediate School number 72 class elections. That was on Wednesday. We have the results, ladies and gentlemen. They voted on Friday, and the new president of the student organization there, the GO, as it is called, was young Mr. Lance Rosen. Pretty much a landslide victory for Lance. There he is. He is the new GO president. And Sandy Singer was the runner-up. And our congratulations to Lance, and thanks to everybody out there at the Rocco-Laurie School who cooperated in helping us present the elections to you.